Number two is subject to few government rules. They are not regulated by the government, so there are fewer rules and regulations to follow. And the last is taxation.
The second topic is the relationship between shareholders and company management. What is a stakeholder? Stakeholder is any person or group that has an interest in the outcomes of an organization. It includes employees, customers, shareholders, supplier, communities, and government. The main role and composition of a shareholder is to own a portion of a company and typically has the right to vote on company matters and receive dividend. There are two types of shareholder. First is common shareholder. They have the right to control how the company is managed. Second is preferred shareholder. It receives a fixed amount of annual dividends, a portion before the common shareholders are paid. The difference between a shareholder and stakeholder is the shareholders own a share of a company, while stakeholder is anyone who has interest in the success of the company. The main role of a management is to coordinate and oversee the operations of a business to achieve its goals efficiently and effectively. So,
Agency issues, shareholders and corporate boards. Agency problem may happen where the agent may act in their own selfish interests rather than in the best interest of the organization. This problem occurred due to the different objectives, limited information, and lack of proper resources and benefits that result in lack of efficiency in attaining the goals. There are three types of agency problems: stockholders versus management, investor versus creditor, stockholder versus other stakeholders. Stockholders versus management. It mainly occurs when ownership is separated or when managers have objectives other than shareholder value maximization, like they may prioritize how to increase their salaries and benefits rather than maximizing the profits and returning investment. Investor versus creditor. If the company is seeking to engage in risky investment to boost profitability and widen the operation, it often implies its overall risky decision that could threaten the company's ability to repay their debts. In that risky decision, the investment will be put the creditor to risk. Stockholder versus other stakeholder. Due to not having enough resources, they are not capable of giving the right benefits to the stakeholders. They can affect their productivity and sustain the quality of the product for a customer. In that situation, it can affect the performance and outcome of the business. Ponzi scheme are a common example of the agency problem. It is an investment scam that pays early investor with money taken from later investor to create an illusion of big profits. Many investors fall into Ponzi scheme thinking that taking fund management outside a traditional banking institution reduces fees and save money. Ponzi scheme works by promising and giving a large return to the first investor. Ponzi scheme only prioritize their own personal gain rather than the interest for investor. Resolve agency problem. In order for companies to avoid such problem, it is imperative that they address the underlying problems of these differences. Here are some measures that can help mitigate such issues, including the following. By offering incentives and rewards to appreciate their efforts, it can make them to be productive and do their best in their workplace, and it can make the employees stay in the company. By providing the needs and essentials for their lives, the company can minimize the cost of their turnover. This kind of solution will apply if the employees cannot control their unethical behavior during their working hours or inside the workplace. If they do not listen to the advice or request to change, the owner or management can make penalize them towards to their unnecessary behavior, like a suspension or threat of getting fired to the company. Hostile takeover tends to unify and discipline a management or agent group, thus fostering a union of agent and shareholder interests. When such a potential threat or outright ownership change is introduced to a company, ESG factors were originally developed to assist in determining the general risk of ESG for any public company. Using ESG is helpful to those stakeholders to identify the possible risks of a company. They determine if they have sustainability and ethical practices in the company.
Our next topic is about interacting with investors, intermediaries, and other market participants. Number 1 is investors. Investors are individuals or entities who allocate capital with the expectation of generating a financial return. They can be individuals such as private investors or angel investors, or institutions like venture capital firms, hedge funds, or pension funds. Their investments can range from stocks and bonds to real estate and startups. Investors can effectively engage with each group by transparency. Transparency: be open and transparent about your business performance, challenges, and opportunities. Provide regular updates on financials, key milestones, and strategic decisions. Trustworthiness: building trust by delivering on your promises, meeting or exceeding expectations, and demonstrating integrity in all dealings. Investor relations: assign a dedicated point of contact for investors to address inquiries, provide information, and facilitate discussions. This fosters a sense of accessibility and accountability. Alignment. Ensure that your goals and objectives are aligned with those of your investors. Clearly articulate your business strategy and how it aligns with your investment interests. Number 2 is intermediaries. Intermediaries are entities or individuals that facilitate transactions between two or more parties. They act as middlemen, providing services such as matchmaking, negotiation, and transaction facilitation. Intermediaries can effectively engage with each group by education. Education provides educational resources and materials to help intermediaries understand your business, its value proposition, and investment potential. Support. Support offers support and assistance to intermediaries in their interactions with clients, such as providing detailed product information, conducting training sessions, or offering personalized consultation. Collaboration. Collaborate with intermediaries to identify and pursue mutually beneficial opportunities. This could involve joint marketing initiatives, co-branded products, or referral programs. Feedback. Feedback solicits feedback from intermediaries about their clients' needs, preferences, and market trends. Use this feedback to refine your offerings and improve your engagement. Number 3 is other market participants. Other market participants generally refers to individuals, institutions, or entities actively involved in buying, selling, or trading securities, commodities, or other financial instruments within a given market. This can include retail investors, institutional investors, hedge funds, banks, brokers, market makers, and even central banks or government. Essentially, anyone who plays a role in the buying and selling activities within a market can be considered a market participant. Other market participants can effectively engage with each group by customer focus. Prioritize customer satisfaction by delivering high-quality products or services, addressing customer inquiries and concerns promptly, and seeking feedback to continuously improve. Supplier relationships. Cultivate strong relationships within suppliers based on trust, reliability, and fair dealings. Negotiate favorable terms and collaborate on initiatives to improve efficiency and mutual success. Competitive awareness. Stay informed about competitors' activities, market trends, and industry developments. Differentiate your offerings and capitalize on opportunities to gain a competitive advantage. Industry engagement. Participate in industry events, conferences, and forums to network with peers, exchange knowledge, and stay connected with industry trends and best practices.
Important differences among domestic, international, and global organizations. Domestic organizations operate within a single country, focusing on local markets and regulations. International organizations operate in multiple countries that maintain a centralized management structure. Global organizations have operations and decision-making distributed across multiple countries, adapting to diverse markets and regulations while integrating a global strategy. Difference of GAAP and IFRS is GAAP used in United States while IFRS used internationally. S. Reporting and ADGAR. Security Exchange Commission is a regulatory agency overseeing the securities markets in the United States. Data gathering, analysis, and retrieval is the SEC's online database where companies are required to file various financial reports and disclosures, making them accessible to the public. Security Commission Express system is the Philippines SEC's electronic filing system for companies filing. It allows companies to submit reports and other documents electronically.
For the conclusion, corporate structure and governance covers different aspects including various business entities like sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporations, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. It discusses the relationship between shareholders and company management, highlighting the board of directors' role in overseeing business operations and acting in the shareholders' best interests. Agency issues between shareholders and corporate boards are addressed, along with strategies to mitigate conflicts of interest. Lastly, the importance of effective communication with investors, intermediaries, and global market is emphasized, especially in the context of corporate expansion efforts.
So the next is the importance of findings. The first one is sole proprietorship or the majority type business organization in the Philippines. The second one is board of directors helps the company by providing the interests of the shareholders and by giving advices to the CEO. And the last one is GAAP, Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, and IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards, are two different sets of accounting standards used around the world for financial reporting.
Fostering accountability.